What's up, guys? It's been a while. It's been a while since we turned the camera on. It's a great start. It's like I forgot how to do this. It is February 2nd, Sunday, February 2nd. We have a storm coming tonight, so I'm doing some prep work, basically getting the machines filled, getting any salt that we need kind of brought down to places. There's only a couple bags left down here, so I'll probably need to bring like 10 or so bags to make sure that tonight is totally good and nothing goes wrong. And a couple little maintenance things. I have to fix one of the doors on my sander because one of the hinges broke. I'll show you guys when I get to that, kind of how I have it set up and what I'm going to do. It's going to be hopefully pretty easy. And then just kind of go through a once over some of the sites, make sure that everything's kind of cleaned up the way that we need it to be. Slush and that kind of stuff is gone and dealt with. And yeah, I mean, we'll get right into turning the machines on. It was real cold overnight. It was like 0, I believe. It might have possibly gotten into the negative. So get these machines on, let them run, make sure they start. If they don't start, then when I come back with salt after, I can bring the jump pack, depending on what machine it is, because I have cables in my truck, but this is a 24 volt system. The other two are 12. So if this doesn't start, then I'll need the jump pack. The other two, I know I'll be good, but I'll start them, let them run while I fill them, get them running for 15 minutes or so, and make sure that they're all good and everything. And then we will jump onto the next part. So let's get started. So the cat here, we always make sure we shut the battery off. I feel like a janitor when I'm kind of going around with all this stuff. Try that again. Took a second. That's all right. Let this start to warm up. Go to the next one. All right, guys. Next, we've got the tractor. Let's get this started. This hasn't run since in a couple days, but it's been, single digits, so we'll get it. We'll hold it for a couple extra seconds than normal. Make sure it's all good. Right out. Never even thought it would have. All right, final. The taco. I'm not going to say what I normally call it. Somebody might get offended. This one, if I had to guess, is the most likely to not want to start. Because it's happened in the past. Well, that was easy. You know, a couple extra seconds. Everything's on. So I'm gonna get the diesel tank set up and ready to start pumping some fuel. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. Probably not. But I don't think this cell is full. I came right from my house, which is only a few minutes around the corner. But we're gonna get everything filled as much as possible at least. And then when I go back to the shop for sidewalk salt and everything, I can top it off and then come back and fill anything I need to before going back home. But I think we're gonna have enough because these aren't empty. We only had, the guys were only driving these for like 4 or 5 hours or so. So we should be pretty much all set, I would think. But who knows? Everything started, everything is filled, and everything is locked. There was almost an accident. That would have been cool to see if everyone was safe. But that was step one, kind of step 1A and B. Step 2 is going to go back and fix my sander. Again, the lid, insert Patrick meme here, or insert SpongeBob meme here. So the way my sander is, I have these doors. They're just wooden doors. Hold on. Climb on up here. So I got these wooden doors, and basically these first 2 hinges and the middle 2 hinges are tied together, same on both sides, and then the back is separate because this is a 10-foot sander. Yeah, 10-foot sander on an 11-foot bed. And I didn't want to try and open 10 feet of wood at once, especially during a storm. These things get heavy when there's 2 inches of snow on them or they're soaking wet or whatever. And so what happened was, what happened was this hinge broke. If you can see that, if I point the camera correctly, that hinge broke. So instead of replacing hinges, because we were in the process of getting a fitted cover for this, kind of like the Boss sanders have, where that will get just tied down, obviously, right to the sander. We're in the process of doing that. So instead of spending another $15 on hinges, whatever, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew these 2 being together, and I'm just gonna screw these 2 being together, and then that hinge is kind of redundant. And then that way I just don't have to do a bunch of stuff. All right, guys, so here's what we're doing. You can see, obviously that's broken. It's not supposed to be like that. So, up here, got the drill. Tried to take these screws out. They are rusted. So, screw that. Just gonna cut them. Or not cut the screws. I'm just gonna cut the board. Wait a little bit at first. Well, yeah, that worked great. So I probably have to screw it from the bottom. Alright, guys, we are good. So basically what I did is just screwed in from both sides. I don't know why I thought that just screwing through a 2x4 into a sheet of plywood would work properly. So I opened them. I have 3 screws from from both sides, on both sides, you know, on each board. Whatever. All right, all good. Got a dozen bags. Got a little chaotic, but what can you do? So, fuel cells full, bags good. That is a wrap for prep. So, yeah. Got all the machines filled, made sure they all started, got my sander lid fixed, got my truck filled, sanders full. All sites have salt. And yeah, now we're only supposed to get like 1 to 3. So I don't know if I'm going to leave the clip in earlier because I don't know if you can hear me, where I was kind of going over what we're going to do. But basically 1 to 3. It's going to be done sometime between 3 and 5 a.m. So I'll probably start around 1, go out, get the machine started, just start plowing some of my stuff. And we'll basically just going to do 1 round of everything, salt everything as soon as we're done. And then that way everything can basically be 100% by like 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. So yeah. Do a 1 and done. Be pretty easy. It is, again, my watch is dead. I don't know why I keep looking. It's 5:30 now, so I'm gonna go home, get something to eat, get some sleep, and then you know, start plowing. So you guys will see that next. See how it goes. Morning, guys. It's 1:49 a.m. Monday morning. We are here, first site that I plow. It's a little bit of a funky setup. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to really record all of it because 1, I don't have a tripod. 2, I don't want to put the camera on my truck. So I'm just gonna kind of be placing you guys around on stuff that is magnetic. But went and started the machines for the other guys. Shoveler down at the other set of places down here, it was already there. He was already started. So talked to him for a couple minutes, just got him scored away, made sure he didn't have any questions, whatever. So, still snowing a little bit. It's gonna be done within an hour or so, maybe. I mean, it's barely flurrying anymore. So we got like just about an inch. I don't think we got much more. You'll see like that is fairly melted already. There's a drain spout that comes down right there, so I dropped a load of salt there after the last storm, but it's super thin. We really didn't get jack, which is nice, but gonna start ripping through this place. It really shouldn't take me very long, considering how little we got. So I don't know, let's go see how fast I can do this. Well, guys, as you can tell by how sunny it is, it's been a while since I turned the camera on. So obviously last clip is me finishing the first place that I plowed, and what ended up happening was when I was finishing sanding the back part, I got a chunk or something stuck in my sander, and that caused the motor to bind up, and then troubleshooting, trying to get it fixed, I sheared a pin, which is always super fun to do. So you know, couldn't really record at the moment, had to, you know, come back, try and get it fixed, whatever. So came back to the shop, got the old one out, new one in, kind of, you know, worked through the rear of the sander, seeing if there was a chunk at the, you know, chute side, and then kind of broke up some of the chunks that end up like underneath, and sheared up another pin. So I ended up going and plowing Milford. There were 5 places that had to be done there, and Travis, well, I plowed, went and salted everything for me in Nashua. So we just kind of flip-flopped, but I didn't really have the time to record and everything. Unfortunately, it would have been, you know, good to get some footage in the loader and whatnot, but there's just too much going on. So it is now noon, basically. Travis will be back with some pizza soon, but we're pressure washing everything, cleaning everything off. There's nothing in the forecast for a few days, but stuff hasn't been cleaned in a bit. So, you know, it's 40 degrees out today, so we're taking advantage and getting as much cleaned off as we can. So I can show you, I'll try and pop a picture up of the pin that I broke, but basically we went through and emptied the sander as much as we could by hand, and then I went through with an ice scraper and broke up as many of the chunks underneath as I could. There's a couple inches of space basically that runs underneath the sander that salt just accumulates over time, and so I broke up as much as I could from there, and eventually we got it working. Everything is working good so far. Right now, after putting another pin in and everything like that, and we're just going through and making sure that underneath all of the sanders, because even the polycasters, they do it. Unless you have an auger driven sander, I think Boss is the only chain driven that has the tray underneath. But basically, unless you have an auger, you get salt that just accumulates underneath over time, no matter what you do. So we're going through cleaning out underneath all of them, making sure that that doesn't accumulate, and, you know, isn't frozen and whatnot, so that something like this doesn't happen on any of the other sanders. So yeah, Wilson's going through cleaning everything off now. So truck's pretty dirty. I mean, it's not as dirty as some of the other trucks, but it's not clean. The cab at least. But yeah, my sander was pretty gross, just covered. Nothing else I can really say. So, well, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Wish I could have got some more footage for you guys. Wish, you know, so much commotion didn't happen. I feel like that's kind of been the theme of the year. We've had some personnel issues is all I'm going to say. And obviously stuff breaks during the winter no matter what. No matter how good you look after your stuff, something breaks no matter what. But hope you guys enjoyed. You know, if you did, please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. And yeah, have a great day. God bless. Peace out.